Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Oh, yeah. How is everyone doing today? It is Saturday, my dudes. I'm gonna sneeze. Am I? It's a good thing these have lids. Good thing these have lids. Me using a tap as a center punch triggered you. I will have you know that I have built many, more than one, less than like 50, somewhere in between there, multi-million-dollar injection molds using a tap as a center punch. You just got to make sure you use a big enough tap. You don't want to use like, if you're going to use a tap as a center punch, you want to use like, oh, is that on? No, that's not on. Let me turn the camera. I don't think we're gonna be using this camera much today, but if you're using a tap as a center punch, you don't want to use these ones. These are wimpy. You want to use like a big chunky one, okay? Because this is hardened. This is hardened steel, so it'll just fine. And also you got to make sure, because some of the smaller ones have a pointed end on the top and the bottom. You don't want to use a pointed end on the top, because fun fact, you want to know what happens when you use one of the smaller taps that have a pointy end on both sides. Guess what happens? It dings up the end of your hammer. That tap is rolling away from me. I don't know where it went. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? You made it all the way over here. Haven't been here in a year. Where have you been? I'm gonna use an M3 tap as a center punch. Nothing. Well, okay. You want to use a bigger tap, because if you use the smaller ones, you risk it shattering, and then if it shatters, then you got sharp metal. It's like breaking a tap. Don't break taps. That's a good name for a YouTube channel. Breaking tap. Oh wait, no, it's taken. Shit. How's everyone doing today? I brushed my teeth just before going on stream, so the copium tastes a little different today. It's like when you brush your teeth, everything tastes weird after you brush your teeth. Anyways, you want some gamer subs? Go buy some gamer subs. Code Canuck, save 10% off your order. Also, hey, do you want to win a spool of polymaker filament? Because guess what? Every stream, wow, I'm like off-centered here. I know I shifted this camera over so we could zoom in and work on this, but it's like, it's ruining my jokes. Yeah, you want to win some polymaker filament? Every stream we give away a spool of polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. Pretty more peg boards so I can make my shop less of a disaster. See, you think that, and then this happens. You think that. You think organization. You think organizing your shop is a viable option. You think it's a viable option. Hey, Steve. So yeah, so today's stream is going to be a bit of a grab bag. Yes, we're working on the wiring for this. I don't want to go any further because I highly doubt we can get the wiring done and the firmware. So today is just going to be just kind of chilling, doing some wiring, and then yapping because I'm gone all next week on a business trip. I know. It's surprising. I'm not going to a con. I'm actually going on a business trip. Now, going to hang out at Joel's place count as business, I guess. But that's where I'm going to be all next week. So today is also going to be normally I do a print and chill stream before we go on trips, but I kind of want to do work on this. So we're going to do a little bit of both. Also, I have beer. So at some point we'll crack into that. So. Cauliflower calibration, cool. Been working. Work is always good. Well, rewarding work is always good. Not all work is rewarding. Sometimes work just sucks. Okay, where is the manual for this? Open that up. Now, something people have been asking about, because this has come up, is the all-wheel drive nature of this machine. So for those that don't know, This kit was sent over to me by Siboor. This is a Siboor kit. And they use a all-wheel drive. We're going to try and call it Quad XY. But they use an all-wheel drive CNC motion system. So they have CNC parts, Quad Core XY. Apparently, their designs are based off an open source project, and they're not properly accrediting them. I have reached out to Siboor to see if I can get some clarification. I'm waiting on a response. Simple as that. Simple as that. So where were we at? 1 month, 2 months, and now 10 months. Ooh, 10 months is only a tenth of the way to 100 months. So where do we left off? We finished the tool head, right? We somehow managed to get all the wires to fit. Okay. So there we go. So that is that. Norm kept the New Yankee workshop organized, but he probably had staff to do it in between tapings. Yeah, and also, you know, you can't do anything without these safety glasses. So yeah, so we're on to electrochemical stuff. It looks like. Yeah, electrochemical stuff. I love electrochemical stuff. Where are those parts that I thought I didn't need that I do need? Where did I put those? Where did I put those parts? There were some printed parts that we didn't end up using. Where did I put them at? Oh, it's right here. See you at 3D Printopia. Yeah, I will be there soon. Well, in a month-ish. Safety Squints. Safety Squints is the other guy. Safety Squints is AWD. Okay, so what do we need now? We need drag chain. We need drag chain. Where is the drag chain? So let's take a look. What do we got here? Drag chain? The problem is I don't know where any of this stuff is. There's, oh wow, they give you a lot of channel covers. Ah. Okay, drag chain in here. Maybe it's in this one. Is the drag chain? Oh, here it is. Drag chain. Okay. So do I need the bigger one or the little one? 6x10. I'm assuming this is a 6x10. He disappeared off the face of the internet. He didn't disappear off the face of the internet. He's still around. I think he is. Is he? AVE. Oh, he's still uploading. He put out 2 weeks ago. No, he's still uploading. Yeah, he's still uploading. Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? You know the thing with AVE is? He's in, he got to that point that all YouTubers do. Okay, so in my opinion, there's 3 ways a YouTuber ends their career, okay? Either you ride off into the sunset, okay? So either you made your bag and you retire, or you've made enough money that you're just doing it for fun now, and you're moving on. So in terms of like, they made their money and they're retiring, that's Matt Pat. Matt Pat riding off into the sunset. PewDiePie, he got his bag and now he's just vibing with his family in Japan raising a kid. Puts out videos, but he's vibing. AVE, I think, is in that kind of, he's done. The guy worked in the trades, for those that don't know. He worked in the trades as a, I don't know if he was a pipe fitter or something, but he had a good skill trade job, put it that way. So he was probably making pretty good money, and then all the YouTube stuff on top of that. And it's not like he was running a channel where it was like expensive to run the channel. He was just faffing about with hardware. So I got a feeling he got his bag. He's like retired or semi-retired. He's just vibing now. That's probably. The other 2 ways as a YouTuber is you fade into obscurity, or you, the other current trend with YouTubers, where we find out what they've been up to. So yeah. Okay. So we need to put this end piece in there. That is which end piece? This end piece. Okay. And then we got M3-6 flathead cap screws. One second here. Had my knife. There's my knife. He's got his own shop now. Yeah, he bought a shop and like a CNC machine and whatnot. I got a feeling he probably retired from his job, and he's just vibing on YouTube now. He's probably set for life. Like, it's not like you could tell he wasn't like, he was having fun, and you know, because I'll be honest, there is a period where it's like you're still working a full-time job and you have a somewhat successful YouTube channel that's bringing in some money, not a lot, but that's a nice little extra bit on top, which goes away once YouTube becomes your full-time job. So if you're still doing full-time job stuff while doing YouTube on the side as a relatively successful YouTuber, you're laughing. There's a few that still do that. Mudahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, for those that don't know, he has a full-time job. He runs a company. The dude's, you set. Try not to make YouTube your job unless you really want to. M36 flatheads. M36 flatheads. M36 flatheads. Oh, they're in this one. This guy. Yep. Is there a micro center in Seattle? Is there a micro center in Seattle? Is there a micro center in Seattle? I kind of want to go visit a micro center while I'm in Seattle. Or Vancouver. I think there's one in. I get to play the, where did I put all my Allen keys? I slid everything across the desk, so I've like moved everything. And it's like, where'd all my tools go? One of these days, I'm gonna start putting my tools back in the right spot. One in Detroit. I know there's one in Detroit, but the problem is, I don't know if you understand this. That involves going to Detroit. There's no micro center in Seattle? That sucks. Yeah, I know there's one in Michigan. I know there's one in, like, there's literally one 45 minutes from my house, but it's in Detroit. And the problem is, if you go day shopping in Detroit, they always get you at the border. Like, they know. The customs guards, the border guards, they know. So you ain't sneaking anything back. Vol's going through Detroit. Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! Not Detroit! Anything but Detroit! Okay, and then we have this. We got an M5T nut. And that goes in the back here. Goes in this extrusion. I think. Okay, that goes there. And then we put an M510 in there, and that bolts into there. Okay, M510. Like, put it this way, when I gotta drive to the Detroit airport and I gotta drive through Detroit, I hate that. I hate driving through Detroit. It sucks. I hate driving through Detroit. I hate it. We don't like it. And I gotta do that on Monday. Ugh. Okay, so this bolts in right there. Does it go up against the top? Is there a gap? I'm assuming there's a bit of a gap. Actually, what I can do, slide this back. I-94, yeah. Well, the worst is you get off the bridge, right? Normally I take the bridge over. So you get off the bridge, and the problem is there's like two ways you could take to get to Detroit Airport, right? There's two ways you could take to get to Detroit Airport, because there's like two entrances to Detroit Airport, right? The problem is one of them is always messed up. One of them is always messed up. One of the ways to Detroit Airport always has construction or an accident or something, and you don't know. You don't know until you get there. So what happens, you know what, we'll do that. What happens is you plug in Detroit Airport on your GPS and you start driving, and then you get to the bridge, and on the bridge, GPS is like, it'll just go like, this way, go this way. And the problem is when you leave customs, you have like you just get kicked out of customs, you pay your toll, And then you got like 1, 2, 3. You got 3 lanes right in front of you. And everyone's fighting to get in one because you got to like get into your one lane, and then they each split into like an on-ramp and off-ramp immediately. So it's like spaghetti. So you got to like get right out of the tunnel or the bridge, and then just you got to make sure you get on the right one, and then off you go. If you get on the wrong one, you're going the wrong way. You're going like that way. You're going to the upper, you're going to the UP or something. You're going to Chicago. Okay, so that goes there. So now we hook this on, and that goes across. So we take the other end off too, it looks like, because the other end is printed. Ah. What, you don't have Google Maps with traffic? I do. The problem is it's literally, let me pull it up on the maps here so I can show you. I will show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you. But it takes me 2 seconds to scroll over to the page. Okay, hopefully nothing here leaks personal. I think it does. Okay. So you come out of the bridge, you come over the bridge, right? So here's the bridge, right? There's the Ambassador Bridge. You come over the bridge, right? And then you go here through customs. And then as soon as you go through customs, you got 1, 2, 3. And it's like, you got to like make sure you get the right one. So if it's like, I got to go this way, and then I got to merge across here and then go this way. Cause then you take that street and that goes all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down. Where did I want to go on the right way? Oh, here's the airport. Yeah, it's like over here. Here's the airport. Yeah. See, the one thing I like about Detroit Airport, I give them credit, it's just one big line. There are 2 terminals. You park here, you come in here, and it's just one big straight terminal. Like, it's just one line. That's it. That's the whole airport. It's great. I love it. Or actually, this is the right one. That's the right terminal. But yeah, they're just straight lines. The terminals are straight lines. I love it. Detroit Airport is actually a really nice airport. It's a very new airport, and it's like all Delta too, and I like Delta. So yeah, Detroit Airport's actually really nice to fly out of. Park at the US Park. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna park. Normally I park at the airport, but this time I'm parking at the what's it called? US Park? What's it called? US Park. It's like, where is it? US Park. Yeah, it's like it's you park here and you pay like $12 a day, and then versus like $30 a day at the airport. Where the Gordie Howe, yes, the Gordie Howe Bridge would be a lot better, because the Gordie Howe Bridge, where they're building it, is over here. So there's your tunnel. Your tunnel is great because your tunnel kicks you out here. So it was really good a couple of years ago when I went to Rapid, because Rapid took place right here at the Huntington place, and you come out of the bridge right here, or the tunnel right here. So you literally come out of the tunnel, you make a left, and you're right at the Huntington place, where the event is. But the Gordie Howe Bridge will be over here, right here. So this is an older map. It's actually, they've got the span connected right now. So it'll be good because like the 401 and all the big highways will go directly into that. And then it just booms right onto here. So it's actually a really nice setup. You actually get kicked onto main roads pretty easily. Like it's actually it'll be a lot nicer. Rapid is back. Yes, Rapid will be back in Detroit next year. The downside of that is in Chicago on the exact same weekend is Form Next in the US. In the first year they're doing Form Next in the US. It's the same weekend as Rapid. And for somebody who's been to both venues, the Chicago venue is a better venue. As nice as it is to have an event literally 2 feet from your house, Huntington Place is the Cobo Center, which is old. Like that's how, you want to know the trick to making sure the US Border Guard knows you're being serious and local and whatnot? When you say you're going to an event at Huntington Place, say you're going to the Cobo Center. They're like, ah, Cobo Center, a local. Okay, so here's the problem with this. I got to try and fit this in here. But the problem is that these printed parts don't allow this interior part to flex open so that we can put this in here. I don't like this design. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now that goes there. So now we need to be able to reach all the way over here. Gordie Howe is a Canadian who played for Detroit. So that, yeah, Gordie Howe is a famous hockey player, and he played for Detroit, and he's Canadian. So it worked pretty good for the name of the bridge. Also, I'm pretty sure our government paid for it all. So the Canadians own the bridge, so we get all the money for it. Screw you, Mulroon. Well, he did anyway, so. Okay, so that is now. So I'll make it all the way over here, make it all the way over here, make it all the way back. Over. And that's still a little bit. There we go. There we go. No point going to that camera. There we go. Okay. I haven't trimmed those belts yet. Okay. So we've installed that. We'll collect, yeah, Canadians foot the bill for the bridge and we collect 100% of the tolls until it's paid off. Yep, we're making the money. CAN cable. Okay, where's the CAN cable? Can I find the CAN cable? I don't know. Can we? Are you the CAN cable? No, you're an HDMI cable. Where's the CAN cable? Here's the CAN cable. How few crossings exist on the Detroit side of Ontario compared to Niagara? What do you mean on the Detroit side? Well, we have two. Well, technically three. There's also a train crossing, but that's just for trains. The Ambassador Bridge is like the busiest international crossing in North America. It's super busy. It's always busy. It's always busy. And they are building a second span. But for the most part, that's all we like. Because the problem is there's nothing else around here. Where else are you going to build a crossing? You got the one at Detroit here. But then there's nothing else until you get to like Sarnia or Niagara, right? How does this go? Am I putting it? Oh, it would help if I plugged it in the right way. There's the Blue Water Bridge in Sarnia, and then there's nothing till Niagara. Like, you got to remember, if you look at the map, zoom out on the map, if you look, there's only going to be bridges here, because down here it's too much of a gap, so you're only going to have bridges here. You're only going to have bridges here. And then there's bridges up here in Sarnia. And then, you know, Niagara. You're not going to have a bridge go right across here. Okay? We're not going to have one from Toronto to Rochester. So it all depends on the setup. Like, it works for Windsor, because if you're coming down to Windsor, you're taking the 401. You only have one road. So it makes sense there's only one road across. Like, there's only one road that comes, like, that connects Southern Ontario to the rest. It's the 401. So you're taking that. And then for the bridges here, well, you got bridges above Niagara Falls and down Niagara. Like, there's more probably just people cross trafficking here. Just like, oh, I want to go from here to here. Like, and then I want to go from here to here. Whereas down here, you really only have one option, here to there. So there used to be a ferry. Yeah, I'm sure there used to be ferries. Like, there used to be a ferry across the Detroit River way back in the day, but that's billions and billions of years ago. It's like, I want to go to Boblo Island. I want to go on the Ferris wheel at Boblo Island. Okay, I don't like this. I have to like squeeze this in. These don't want, why? Yeah. I don't like this. You really have to jam the wire into the cable run. They don't really snap in too clean. I don't like this. I don't like this. I feel like I'm gonna break them. Did I break it? Nope. Took over 10 years thanks to the old man. Yeah, maroon. For those that don't know, the Ambassador Bridge is a privately owned bridge. It's owned by the, I think it's still owned by the Maroon family. Rich old boomer banker. That's all you need to know. Rich old, you know, rich old guy. And he didn't want the government building another span. He wanted, no, it's just gonna be my bridge so I can make all the money, because he owned the duty frees and whatnot too. So he got all the money from the tolls and the money from the duty frees. And so he's like, I'm gonna build my own second span. And what happened was it basically, because he was gonna build the second span right next to the current bridge. And it's like, it's a shitty spot for a bridge. We wanna build a new bridge with its own like main road that leads to it and make it completely dedicated. And he's like, no, I'm gonna build my bridge right next to my current bridge. I'm gonna put my new Krusty Krab next to the existing Krusty Krab. So he could reuse the duty frees. Literally, he wanted to build them next to each other so he could reuse the duty frees. So he didn't have to build new duty frees. So he could just keep making the same money. But anyways, end of the story. Yeah, the courts basically shot it down, approved the new bridge. This really sucks pushing this through. I am destroying my thumbs. I am destroying my thumbs getting this in here. This is tight. Is there like a trick or something I'm missing here? Ow, like I'm legit destroying my thumbs getting that in there. He also owns the old A-Bars property on Lozon. Really? Does he own A? Well, he's dead. Maroon's dead, so whatever now. But he owned A-Bars? That makes a lot of sense, because that's like primo property and nobody's doing anything with it. Like A-Bars is destroyed. They tore it down. That's like premium waterfront property. And he ain't doing shit with it. Let's do this. So I can... Can I slide this through? He tore it down as just grass now. Yeah, it's just an empty lot. Like, they put all that money into it. Well, they didn't, I don't know how much money they put into it, but like he bought the property, it's premium property, and never did anything with it. Ow. This is super annoying. I'm not gonna lie, this, like, I hope you can see what I'm trying to do here. There's this drag chain, okay? And it's got like these little tabs, and you have to like push this thick cable into there, and they don't really want to too easily. Sneak up there to, yeah, you get a really good view from the downtown from there. It's funny, I just watched a playthrough of Detroit. What? What do you need a wet wipe for?
For my toe.
For your toe? Okay. I just watched a playthrough of Detroit Become Human, and it was funny because like the game takes place in Detroit, and it's like, I know that place. Okay, so we got that. So that runs all the way through that. Goes through there and down. Okay. And you're supposed to twist them. Hey, take it inside, buddy. So the question is, can I make this actually work? Okay, so you'll. Oh, is this gonna fit for me? Oh, this might work. Oh, 1 second here. This is super annoying. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to unplug this, I think. Oh no, the JST connector's stuck. Come on. Oh no, it's stuck. Calvin, go inside. Just go inside. Dang it, come on. Like, oh, just slide it all through the hole. Nope, the hole is not big enough, and now it's wedged in there. There we go, okay. So I gotta unclip these. Tweezers. Okay, so remember, class, green, yellow. Okay? Green, yellow. Okay. Green, yellow. Okay? Just like that famous breakdancer's outfit. Green, yellow. If I can get this freaking pin to come out. Come on. I think it's more annoying than a pin that doesn't want to come out of its hole. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. Green, yellow. Okay, so now run this through here. Oh, this is freaking, I'm herding cats. This is the wiring equivalent of herding cats right now. I've got like 3 mushed wires that don't want to go anywhere. And I got to try and feed them through a bunch of holes in a row. Okay. Are you in the hole? Of course you're not. Of course you're not. You bent up the wrong way. Ugh. This is more annoying than it should be. You can't really see what you're doing. This is way more annoying than it should be. If you got tweezers, you're gonna want them. There you go. There we go. And I gotta freaking feed all this through. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now I need to put some zip ties on that. Time for fish tape with string appealing. So I've been fishing with the little guy the past couple days. I really want to try building a fishing rod out of 3D printed parts. I know I have the STLs for a 3D printed fishing rod, but it's like a crappy little survival one. It's like, I wonder if you can actually do a fully printed fishing rod. I wonder if that's viable. Probably not, let's be honest. But there. See, the other problem is when I'm doing this, I'm staring right into my frickin' light. Will that cable chain be knocking on the side panel? Probably. I mean, probably, yeah. There we go. Okay. So now that goes there, and then that goes on the interior, it looks like. Yeah. Like, how you... No, how? 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 How are you supposed to get that in there? What the f... Removing... Okay, so the cable with the connectors don't fit through the bracket interior. Try removing the outer shell. Okay, so we removed the we removed the connector because it wouldn't fit through, so we've done that. Carefully peel back the black rubber sheath of the CAN cable to ensure the internal wires are not damaged, allowing them to be hidden in the groove in the extrusion. So I gotta cut away the sheath. Ugh. I gotta cut away the sheath on this. That sucks. Because it's got to run through here, like on this interior slot. And the problem is you're not fitting it in here with this stupid sleeve on it. So I have to like remove all the sleeving. Why would you... You know, you could have told us to run the wire before putting this on. Or have the wire run on the... No, it can't run on the outside. Okay, so what's going to be the easiest way to do this? I'm going to have to freaking cut this. I don't like this. I don't like having to... Because the problem is, trying to strip all the way down to the end here is going to be a flippin' nightmare. And I just broke my nail. This is something, if you're going to try and make the end user do it, you should be doing it. This should not be something I'm doing. If I have to strip all of this, I should not be doing it. You should have done this in the factory. This is... So it's like, how... Okay, can I... Let's see, can I cheat this? Can I cheat this? It's like, the problem is, I don't want to cut the frickin' interior wires. This might work, actually. This might work. We might be okay here. There we go. Put that little bit off. Wires are undamaged, so I'll twist them up a bit. That goes there. I really don't like this. I really don't like this. I really don't like having to like jam wires into this tight spot. And then also the problem is now these belts, there's nothing to actually physically squish those wires into your extrusion groove. So what can happen is if these wires aren't all the way in this slot here, they could rub on the belt. I don't like that. Like, I don't like having to like it's like, yeah, okay, it's in, but yeah, exactly what's happening. I'm pinching. There. I don't like that. I do not like that. But it is what it is. I do not like it. Maybe I could slide a piece of Captain tape on top of it when I'm done or something. Yeah, let me see if you can see what I mean. Yeah, so see, my issue is, you see the wires are, I'm worried about them if they, I'm gonna try and put some cable covers in there to try and lock them in, but I'm just worried, yeah, see right there. So that is rubbing on the belt. I don't like that. I know it works. I just don't, I honestly would have much rather it go around the outside. Like, it would have looked a little messier, but it's like, I would have preferred a more stock setup instead of having to squish it in there. Like, I know it works, I just don't like it. Okay, so now we got to do a cable extension. Maybe one on the cover. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of trim pieces. I'm gonna have to see. But I also think I got to fit this wire in there too. Yeah, I got to fit this wire in there too. So we'll see. Hopefully it all manages it. But if it doesn't, I'm a little of it right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually pull this out, because this wire is... Yeah, see? It's like, get in your slot. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take... Can I even get this out? It's like, I want to put the motor wire in first, because the motor wire is thinner than this wire. So I want to put the motor wire in first and then use the thicker wire to hold it in place. Because there's really, these wires don't have much to them. Okay, so you fit in your slot, get in your groove. Okay. Oh man, I really don't like this. It's like too sloppy. That's what I don't like about it. Am I overthinking it? I think I'm overthinking it, I'll be honest. It's just like, okay, and hopefully during all that too, I didn't break any wires. Yeah, it's popping out again. Don't like that. I don't like that. It's too, I'm worried. I don't like that. I don't like this wire running. I would have much rather it have like a little hole here that it just goes through and then up underneath instead of trying to jam it. Because also that makes maintenance a nightmare. Because it's like now, okay, now if you got to like take it apart, it's like, why? Okay, so we got this little black slot. So hopefully that fits in there. Where is it? Okay, let's see. So that goes in there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's rubbing. All these are rubbing. Yeah, it's rubbing. It's rubbing on the belt. It's rubbing on the little stupid plastic thing. The belts are rubbing on it. They're rubbing. Check Discord. What, the slot cover? I have a slot cover. Pull the sheathing back. But I'm supposed to slide the sheathing all the way up through it. Oh, wait. No, you don't slide the sheathing through there. It's just above and below. Oh, it's just above and below. So you just like... Okay. Do you know what really sucks? I gotta strip all this sleeving off because I can't put this in with the, like, I can't, I really, you know what? So there's that. Now I gotta fit this stupid little piece up top here. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah, and that broke off. I don't like this. I don't like this. I know you're probably like, oh, he's nitpicking. I'm like, I don't like this at all. This is too jank of a setup, in my opinion. This is way... too janky of a setup. Get in your hole. Get in your slot. Come on. Now you gotta... There we go. And there's that one. And the problem is the only thing holding it up now is friction. So hopefully it doesn't move ever. Yeah, I don't strip the whole fucking thing. Whatever. You want to be like that? We're gonna be like that. We're gonna be like that. You want to be like that? We're gonna be like that. Ow. That goes in there, that goes in there. There we go. And there I have a nice build. Cheers! And just with, you know, some of the management choices of some of the wiring, I wish were a little less convoluted. Okay, whatever. That'll do. Good enough. Yeah, see, this is a, now you, this doesn't want to stick in there. Stick in the hole, go in. Lock in, come on. Too many wires in there, that's also a problem. Too many flipping wires. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there's that one. I mean, it works, but it's like, now we got this stupid little pigtail here. Like the other end, and it doesn't really have a home. It just kind of sticks out. So it's like, maybe we can jam that there. Okay. And we'll just jam it like that, whatever. Okay, now we gotta do the other side. Oh, we got a limit switch on this side. Oh wait, no, limit switch on the front. Limit switch on the front. Where's that screw in? Right. Where's that screw in? Oh, right there. Okay. Jason gifted $2.99. Jason Sigmund, $2.99. Cheers and appreciate it. Although remember, if you want to be really, really cool, I'm not saying Jason's not cool, but if you want to be really, really cool, the best way to help support the channel is to gift memberships. Because I get the same amount of money as if you just donate like a super chat. But other people get memberships, which is really cool because you get to hang out when we do members only stuff. So that's what the cool people do. Little Alan Kiko. Look at my little Alan Kiko. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that goes out this way. There we go. You like Siboor or LDO kits? Well, I'll be honest, this is the only Siboor kit I've ever built, and I haven't finished it yet. So I can't really comment on that. The LDO kits, in my opinion, are like the gold standard for if you want a Voron. If you just want the best stock Voron kit, the LDO kits are kind of where it's at, in my opinion. They're very good kits. They come with everything you need, and they come with a few extras, but not like crazy over the top extras. So it's still a stock build. It just comes with a bunch of extra like things that make it Guccier. Whereas like this kit, this is like not a stock Voron by any means. So this is an end stop that goes in there. Try not to cut the wire. Doesn't help, these don't really want to stay in the channel. Okay, so that's the end stop. Ooh, Mad Cat USA gifted 1 community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. And then we have this little printed part, and everything goes through that. Okay. What I got a feeling we're going to be dipping into Bureau clock relatively early today. Why do I got a feeling we're going to be doing that? I actually have beer. This is the first time in like a long time I actually have beer on hand. Is this it? No, it's not this one. Maybe it is this one? No. It's this one. Nope, don't do that. It's only 250Z. Yeah, this only has 250 on the Z. The Tridents are designed with a stock height of 250 on the Z. Tridents are not meant to be tall printers because of the bed moves. If you want to build a tall Voron, build a V2. All right, so what do we got here? We got 2 M3 hammerheads and 2 M3 8s. Hammerheads. M3 8s. How do you gift on mobile? You can't. Most websites don't allow you to do purchases like that on mobile, simply for the fact that if you were to purchase a gifted membership on mobile, Google or Apple would get 30% of that for no reason. Because anytime you do an in-app purchase on mobile, Google or Apple take 30%. It's bullshit. So they instead of they just don't deal with it. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, in case like you've heard of like Epic Games suing Apple and taking Fortnite off the Apple Store and all that. It's that. It's like when you sign up for Netflix, you can't sign up for Netflix on mobile. You have to do it on a desktop. Because if you were to sign up for Netflix on your phone, of your whatever you pay a month for Netflix, 30% of that would go to Apple or Google for doing absolutely nothing. But that's like one of the requirements to be on the App Store, is they get a portion of sales. I hate it. I'm not a fan of it at all. But hey, modern business. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Twitch does it where it just costs more on mobile Twitch. So if you want to buy a membership on Twitch on mobile, it costs more. to make up for the lost profit, essentially. Which, hey, I don't blame them. No, come. I hate it when T-nuts don't want to swivel. It's like, spin. Spin, you stupid T-nut. I hate hammerheads. It's like, rotate, pivot. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that is that. Okay. Now we have that little piece on there. So now we need to do the other wire, same thing, where it does that. Extension cable. Oh, there it is. Salad fork or 0.2 with the Tri-Zero mod. Do you need bigger than 120? If you need bigger than 120, go with the salad fork. If you need 120, if 120 is fine for you, just build a stock V0. You don't need a Tri-Zero on a V0. It's a V0. It's a 120 millimeter bed. It doesn't need 3 lead screws. It doesn't. It doesn't. Unless you're doing it for fun. If you're doing it for fun, YOLO, have fun. But if you're like, no, I need a printer to like print. I'm building it just because that happens to be the printer I want. But I once it's built, I'm just gonna use it as a machine. In that case, yeah, build a stock V0 if you only need 120. If you need more than 120, build a salad fork. Fit in this stupid. This is stupid. I hate having to fit wires through this. Like, if you have to like sit here and like saw wires into a slot, like, I'm gonna break one. This is, I hate this. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. Because I have to sit there and do this and pull the wires from both ends to get them to like click into the slot here. And it's like, I'm gonna break a freaking wire doing this. Come on, there you go. This is, I don't like this. The wire management on this could have been much better. That's that. Why do we got different types of these? I'm fine with cable chains tonight, yeah. Okay. What's that? Is that rubbing? It's rubbing here. I don't like this. That's not good. We got another rubbing point back here. Oh. I think they screwed up with the printed part. So, in case you haven't noticed, this is 9mm belts, okay? 9mm belts that you can see here. You can see, they can peek up, see how it's sitting above the extrusion? It also sits below the extrusion. This is why a stock Voron uses 6mm belt, because you can have them within the extrusion. So on the back here, as you can see, they ride a little above the extrusion. I know it's hard to see on this camera. They sit a little above the extrusion, a little below. And then we get to this printed part here, where they cut out, they put a little cutout here on the extrusion, but this printed part doesn't have a cutout. So this is, you can see it. It's rubbing on the printed part. See the printed part? It's got a cutout here on the extrusion for the belt clearance, but they didn't modify the printed part to have clearance. I think these are just the generic stock part. They didn't redesign this part for belt clearance. So that belt is rubbing on that. So I'm gonna have to swap that out. So that ain't good. Okay, and then these ones go up. So those go on the interior and those go all the way up as well. Okay. Should there be a little cover plate here? Or does that go that way? I'll figure that out later. It's not calling for it right now. Okay, spin this around. This got heavy. This got heavy. Okay, so wires. Are there maybe one at the bottom of the extrusion that maybe is supposed to be at the top when cut out? It's not the extrusion, it's the printed part. The extrusion's right. It's the printed part that's wrong. Printed part's designed wrong. See, this is another problem. Okay, the order of operations on this build really needs like a... Come on. What is caught on what? I'm gonna break these fucking wires. Okay, is this one coming through? This one is. Okay. Okay, so you come up. This is pinched. So how do I unpinch these? Am I gonna have to take that skirt? I'm gonna have to take that skirt off. Okay. So this goes on there. This goes on here. There we go. So it goes loops and down. Okay. And then I gotta work that in there. Slot. There we go. On the bottom of the extrusion. Oh yeah, it's a completely different thing. No, it's not like I put it together backwards now. It's a completely different thing. Okay. Yeah, this is... Oh man, this is... Okay, this stupid little channel they have here has like no clearance once you build it all up. So you have this like extremely narrow slot that the wire's got to go up and down through right up front here. The problem is if the wire doesn't go up and down the slot perfectly, it wedges. So what happened is you pull the wires up, and instead of the wires coming up, the wires are over here. They start to do this and they get wedged. So now you have to like, again, somehow get underneath, which is kind of a pain. It's like, come on. Come on. Now I gotta pull these wires out. This is all totally first world problems, by the way. This is totally first world problems, but it's like, it's just annoying. Jason gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. It's like, come on, okay. Well, I'm pulling, the green wire is still tight, so tie the blue one, and then this one. And it's like, hopefully you don't break any wires doing this. If you break any wires doing this, it's gonna suck. And then, oh wait, no, you can't pull that much because, ah, shit, I pulled too much. So now I gotta, is it wedged? Is it wedged? Are we wedged? God damn it. Okay. You come up here. Okay. Okay. No, you got to go up top here. You go there. Okay. And now pull this like a millimeter at a time. Hopefully not wedge it. Okay, red wire is loose. Pull just the red wire. Okay. I really don't like this. I don't like this. There we go. There we go. There we go. And you got to come up top though, because you can't be there because you'll get caught on everything. And now, you know, you got to come up top. You'll get caught in stuff. Nope, now you're falling out of the slot. Oh my God. Okay. This is annoying. The stupid little pigtail. It's like, oh, it loops up and it goes down nice and clean. It doesn't. It's like, at least it's not going to get caught on something, but there's nothing to positively retain it. I've got nothing to positively retain it. It's just going to flop in the breeze and hopefully never get caught on anything. Of course, it doesn't help I've got two wires wedged here that aren't in the slot. Get in the slot. Come on. Really? What's going on here? Why aren't you? Get in your slot. In the slot. Get in the slot. Get in the slot. There. Now you just fall over. No. There. Is that clear? Are we clear? We're clear. Okay. One done. Now I got to figure out how to get this to work. This is all wedged. I gotta take the fucking skirt off. I gotta take the skirt off because it's wedged. Yeah, I'm gonna call it now. I got a feeling the wiring on this is totally an afterthought. Can I even take this out? Oh, I can't because it's got notches in it. So it's got anti-rotation notches in it. So you can't. Let's see, now that that's loose, can I? Nope, I still can't do the wire. Yeah, so. You can see it, it's all jammed in here. There we go. So now, there, nope, I still got a caught wire. Which wire's caught? Oh, okay. Is it the red wire? It's the red wire, okay. There we go. Okay, now I actually can move this. Oh, fuck me. Really? Are we good? Okay, we're good. There we go. By the way, I lost a screw. I gotta find that screw. Okay, so this comes all the way up and goes through there. And get in your stupid slot. Why aren't you in your slot? Get in your slot. There you go. Okay. What? Broken wires and CAN bus? Well, I can see it if you're trying to like jam wires through the stupid, really tight setups. You probably are going to damage a wire. Like that's something you got to look out for. Is if you're trying to force stuff in to make it work, because it's all super tight and it's stuff's rubbing and stuff's getting pinched, you're going to break a wire. And if you break a wire, it's broken. And now, because your setup is super convoluted and not easy to maintain, like these wires right here that I'm working on have several stress marks on them already. And it's like, well, hopefully none of them are broken. Because if they're broken, we're done. There we go. Okay, and now I gotta put this stupid thing back in. There we go. Probably damage a wire when trying to strip the other sheath. That's another issue. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, I should not be stripping the sheath. If you know the sheath needs to be stripped, you know you can order it from the factory pre-made that way. Like, you can order it from the factory pre-made the way you want it. Okay, so there is an M38 in here. I don't know where it's at. It'll show up when we make sparks. Seriously, there is an M38 in here and I have no idea where it's at. Hopefully it fell all the way through. Oh well. Okay. I'm not stressed. It's just, this is an aspect that should be the simplest part of the build. Run the wire from A to B. And because of design choices made earlier in the build series and order of operation things done earlier in the build series, it's more convoluted. Like, if you are designing it, okay, this is the problem. You ready? See these bearings? If you are designing this entire component and you know wires will be running through here where it's really tight, guess what? Move the bearings. You are designing the mount. You are machining the component. If you need to make room for wires, make room for wires. Like, just take this whole component, shift it 2 millimeters. It works still. Everything still works. It's just 2 millimeters. It's kind of like how we're shoving 20 pounds in the stealth burner tool head nowadays. We've got like all this extra stuff and it's like, maybe we should like sit down and redesign this thing from the ground up to make room for all this. And it's like, no, we're just gonna strap stuff together, and then once it's all together, then we'll figure out how to make it work. They could have put a wire channel here. They could have spaced it out more. They could have a wire channel going through the part. But nope, just kind of jam it in there and hope for the best. And if it rubs and it breaks, well, it rubs and it breaks. Like it also these little pigtails, like see how we got these like little loopies? Like these, there's nothing to tie these to. Like I can't zip tie it to the extrusion because it's gonna be a frame. So these are just gonna be floating in the breeze, just kind of flapping there, hopefully not getting caught on anything. But like there's nothing to these are just gonna be there just flapping. Like why not have a mount or a bracket or I don't know. Okay, we gotta put some heat sets on stuff. Yar. They don't move though. They don't move, but they're in a motion system. So the problem, what I mean is, yes, these motors don't move, but everything around them moves. And the problem is now you have untight wires, which means things have room to move. Like right now, the wires aren't touching anything, but there's nothing holding them there to prevent them from ever touching anything. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not that they're not touching anything now, it's nothing is there to prevent them from ever touching anything. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Heat sets. Could also cause work fatigue. Yeah, that's another thing. If the wires are moving, they can work harden. That's a thing. What I'll probably do is just run a big zip tie around the entire motor and just zip tie it all together. But we're building it as they say to build it, so hopefully it works. It's the only downside with the stealth press, there's no weight on the bottom. I gotta like put on like a lead weight on the bottom of this or something to keep it from moving on me. It sits flush on the outside of the extrusion, so the wires stay in place. Yes and no. See this? See right here? See how we have belts right next to the slot in the extrusion? The only thing holding the wire in place is hopes and prayers right now. Because see this up top here? See how it can move around? There is nothing stopping these wires after a couple heat up, cool down, you know, who knows, to getting a little loose in the slot and then making their way over to the belts. I don't know about you. Okay? But if somebody came up to me with a length of GT2 belt and said, I'm gonna go like this and rub it across your face continuously, would you like that? I'd be like, no. Okay, I'm gonna do this and rub it across your wires. Would you like that? I'm gonna go no. When I was most involved with Voron design testing, like new printers and whatnot, was during the early days, like before 2.4 was released. And one thing we learned was like, what failed on the V2 after a couple hundred hours. And then we designed the V2.1, and then we learned what fails on the 2.1 after a couple thousand hours. And then we designed the 2.2 and it's like, okay, this is stable. Now let's simplify it. And then we got the 2.4. So you start noticing stuff that like, okay, this is going to be an issue in a couple hundred hours. This is going to be an issue in a couple thousand hours. These are things that like, they're probably okay for now, but for some people, these are going to be an issue in a bit. And I'm seeing a couple things with the wiring on this. This is starting to give me a little like, I don't like this. Don't like that. Might be okay for now, but on somebody's build, the wire is going to be just loose enough that it's going to rub on one of these. Like even right here. Like there ain't nothing holding that in there, but just you hope the wires are tight enough to keep them in that slot. And also you better hope, you know, nothing catches on them. Okay. So those are that. So M3/8, and then we get the piece of the drag chain. You can't push the slots, you can't push these covers up there because then the cover will stick out too much and rub on the belt. You can't. How do you redeem a gifted membership? If you received a gifted membership, you would have received it. When somebody gifts memberships, how it works is it's gifted, it's random. So if you're in chat and you're active, you have to be active. If you're lurking, you have a much lower chance. If somebody gifts a couple memberships, they give 5 memberships, 5 people who aren't members randomly get it. It's just how she works. Okay, and then we attach the drag chain end. So this is for the bed. Like, what is moving on this? Oh, the bed. So it's the end with the hole. And then what do we got? M3/6. M3/6. Uh-oh. M3/6 flathead cap screw. Belt. 1. Did I put it back in the wrong spot? Oh, no, here they are. What do I feel if they use 6mm belts? I don't think 9mm belts are any thicker than 6mm belts. It's the width that's different. Why do they go with 9mm? Because it's bigger. This is an existing mod. As far as I'm aware, the all-wheel drive portion of this is based off an existing community mod for a 9mm. And a lot of what I'm seeing just kind of looks like they just went Control-C, Control-V. So, am I building a kit? I am building a kit. Notice how it says Siboor, like, all over this stream with links to Siboor's kit and all that. Okay, so we're putting this in. So this is for our bed. There's nothing you're gonna need to do, it's automatically applied. For the membership? Oh yeah, yeah, if you get gifted a membership, you just get it. If you happen to luck out. Okay, so 73mm on the right side, okay. Well, some people were, the people who worked on the design of the open source Quad XY that this is based off of, the CNC parts, they're not being credited by Siboor. So I've emailed Siboor and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? This is an open source project. You're supposed to disclose stuff. Please give them credit. Otherwise, I'm gonna do stinky stuff. I'm gonna do the thing YouTubers do, where we complain and rant on Twitter, because that's the only way to get anything done nowadays, is just yell out and call out the company. Bullshit. we go. The kit came with all the parts. At least the kit I have came with all the parts. Other end on here. And this one goes vertically. Or no. So far at 10, what would you give this kit as a score? I'm not done building it. So I can't really give it out of a 10. What's a 10? Like, are we comparing it to other kits? Are we comparing it to a self-source? Like, what's a 10? I don't have a reference. This isn't a video game. I can't give it a 10 out of 10. The kits, so far, the instructions are pretty good. There's a few spots in the instructions that, in my opinion, could be a little better. There's a few tweaks to the order of operation. I don't remember exactly what, but like, you'd have to go back and watch the build. It's all on camera. That's why I only do the build when I'm on camera. So if I'm, you know, if I'm critiquing anything, I have the receipts because I've been building the whole thing on stream. Install the drag chain. Please note that the drag chain can be opened with small tweezers. Ooh, okay, let's do this. So yeah, it's not a bad kit. Here's the thing, are you ready? Do you want a Voron kit with CNC'd aluminum parts that's also quad XY? Well, this is your only option. Like, I'm not going to compare this to an LDO kit because they're different kits. The LDO kit is probably the best kit you can get for a stock Voron configuration. Well, if you're looking at doing random Gucci mods as part of your kit, like cross gantry or quad XY, well, then you're looking at this kit because LDO doesn't do a kit like this. Like, it's, in case you haven't noticed, I try to avoid these like direct one-to-one comparisons that people try to always get answers for. It's like, what printer should I buy? I don't know. Whatever one fills the needs of your, meets your requirements. Yeah, all-wheel drive just means 4 steppers for XY instead of 2. So it's not really a good descriptor because, in my opinion, a Voron V2 is all-wheel drive. It's got 4 Z motors. That's all-wheel drive, in my opinion. If I were to call anything all-wheel drive, I would call Quad Z all-wheel drive. That's what I would personally do. This is just Quad XY. There's Core XY, and then what you do is you take a Core XY motion system and you just start replacing bearings. Everywhere there's an idler, replace the idler with a motor. That's what this is. Only they did it just 2 more. But you could replace this idler with a motor. You could replace this idler with a motor. You could replace this idler with a motor. There is a, I think it's a Armchair Engineering folks, or Armchair Heavy Industries, or whatever it's called now. They have a machine with like 8 motors on the XY. It's a Core XY with 8 motors on the XY. Why? I don't know. Drugs or something. I don't know. I'm just getting the zip ties in with those wires. But yeah, it's just, you know, it is what it is. What is better, LDO or Volkswagen Golf? Personally, I'm a big fan of the Super Soaker 9000. That's my go-to. The Super Soaker 9000, Doom 2016, and then also Quarterback. Those are my 3. And then in a pinch, a Blueberry Pie. Gotta open these up now. Am I opening this? Oh no, I'm opening the wrong way. For the Dreamcast? That's okay. The Dreamcast is viable, although not so much as Married with Children. Is there a front wheel drive version? Actually, yes, that would be like your standard Core XY. Back in the day, you would have your motors for your Core XY up here. And the belt path would cross in the like back. Like look at the belt pathing on a Voron 1.0. Where the belts cross in the front. Like the belt, it's just a U shape. And at the if you got a U shape, right, your Core XY is U shaped with a crossbeam. So U shape with a crossbeam. On this machine, the opening is in the front, okay, and the motors are in line with the belt path. But what you could do if you want to design Core XY and keep it as simple as possible, what you do is you just have, instead of there being an idler at the front here, you just have a drive motor at the front here. And it keeps it really simple. But the thing is, you can't make it as compact. That's the only downside to that setup. What is the cost of the wheel? I don't have a cost for it because Jason just sent me that wheel. As of right now, I am in for $0 on the electric moto compo project. The goal is to use as much off the shelf and reusable, as much off the shelf and salvage components as possible. I will say I did drop $100 on stuff today. Stuff for the front axle, the front fork, and the front wheel, because I had to get a wheel that has a brake as part of the wheel, because it needs to have a front wheel that has the brake on it, and the rear wheel needs to be the drive wheel. That way I can do sick burnouts, because if the rear wheel is also the brake, I can't do burnouts. Do you personally recommend the P1P? No, I recommend the P1S. For the marginal price difference between the two, having a printer that's enclosed is better, in my opinion. Okay, so now we gotta get all these wires here. Okay, do I got this the right way? I do. Yeah, P1S is fine. X1C, in my opinion, is not quite as worth it as it was, simply for the fact that the X1C is now a 2-year-old design, and who knows what Bamboo's cooking up, because I thought their new printer was supposed to be out by now. Like, wasn't Bamboo's new printer supposed to be like the middle of the year, like summer? Like, wasn't it supposed to be like soon? And it's like, we're almost into fall and they haven't even hinted at anything. So it's like, what happened? Where's the printer? There we go. There we go. Bamboo X1E. X1E is pointless in my opinion. The X1E, hey, to make up for the fact that the X1C it leaks air like a sieve and doesn't hold a high chamber temperature because we have so many holes in it, including a poop chute, we added a small chamber heater to make up for the fact that our machine leaks air like a sieve. So instead of, just redesigning the enclosure to be airtight and maybe a little bit of insulation, they added a heater. So it's going to cost more to run. You pay an extra $1,000 for a little extra heater and a little bit more Wi-Fi security. I think it's not worth it. The X1E honestly, I think it's a paper launch. I think it's just so they could say they have a machine that meets certain requirements for businesses. And then it's like, I don't know. I don't know anyone who's actually, I don't know any businesses that have actually purchased an X1E. I haven't spoken to any businesses that have actually purchased an X1E. Do they exist? I'm sure people have bought X1Es, but I personally don't know anyone that has bought an X1E. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Because a big problem with the bamboo machines is security. Is they require cloud connection. You have to use like the cloud to update it. Like it's got the way the bamboos do things make it so that certain businesses just, it's not an option for them. Does the wheel support? I have no idea. The wheel has 3 wires on it and then a Hall effect sensor. I don't know what the Hall effect sensor does, but it has wires for Hall effect. That's all I know. It's got 3 wires because it's a brushless motor, and then it's got like 5 wires for Hall sensor. What does that do? I don't know. I'm assuming it's like a speed sensor or something. I don't know. Just, it's a generic 10-inch wheel. What the hell is all that? Oh, driver voltages. Okay, so now we got to play with this stuff. Okay, let me move this bed back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm hoping, what time are we at right now? We're almost at 10 o'clock. How is this taking so long? Why is it always like the little things that shouldn't take long that take so long? It's like, okay. Companion cube mod for the P1P. What is in mind? Should I get a P1P or P1S? Okay, what's the companion cube? Okay, so you want to buy the printer without an enclosure and then waste a bunch of time and money printing a companion cube enclosure. So you gotta factor in the cost of the PLA, the cost of the electricity to run the machine. Also now, your machine is now bigger. So wherever you're gonna put it, you need extra room now because you got a freaking companion cube on it. I would just go with the P1S. Just save the time and money and just buy the P1S. Just get the P1S, right? If you want an enclosed printer, enclose it properly. Don't do a... Also, remember when like people would freak out when people are like enclosing their printers with cardboard boxes? Like, what happened to that? What happened where we would name and shame people for like, no, granted, I've enclosed printers with cardboard boxes. I don't care. But like the community used to freak out anytime somebody had anything flammable next to a 3D printer. And now we're having community contests. Design your own PLA enclosure. PLA ain't fireproof. The Hall sensors are for speed and torque control. Ooh. Positional encoding for PLDs. Sensor list doesn't really work well. Cool. Have you seen the USB-C NEMA driver boards? I did. They're not Clipper compatible. They run off ESP32s. And guess what? Unfortunately, the ESP32 is not compatible with Clipper. Shame for your 58C. You know what's funny? Cardboard insulates pretty good. It actually insulates pretty good. Okay. So let's start putting all these jumpers on. So we got to put all these jumpers on. So unfortunately, this doesn't actually come with any. I don't think you'll be able to see that. Oh, you might be able to. That goes there. Okay, let me see if I can get a camera angle on this. gonna go over here, lock you there, and wait for it. Zoom. Enhance. The one thing that's nice about a camcorder, you can zoom in and out and you don't lose focus. Camcorders are actually like, I'm starting to come back to camcorders. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not getting rid of my cameras. But camcorders, they have their place. Okay, so now I need all the jumpers. I got some jumpers here. I need all the jumpers though. Where are all the jumpers? Probably in here. Because we got our drivers. That guy. Where are all my jumpers? Really? I didn't get a thing of jumpers? Oh, maybe this is it. The P1S. P1S is a good bang for your buck. It sits in a very good middle ground between... It's kind of like how I felt bad for anyone who bought an A1 Mini, because like 2 weeks later, the A1 came out and it was $100 more for a machine that, in my opinion, was well worth the extra $100. And I think everyone who bought the original A1 Mini at the original A1 Mini price got swindled. The P1S is that to the X1. The P1S, you buy a P1S, you buy an upgraded hot end that's hardened nozzle or high flow, whatever. Go get like an Obsidian, E3D Obsidian hot end or something. Put that in there. And then replace the extruder gears, because the extruder gears that come with the P1 series are plastic and shit. Buy the extruder gears from like an X1. They're metal. So swap out your hot end, swap out the extruder gears, and you basically get a baby X1 for a fraction of the price. Functionally, they're near the same. The only difference is you don't have the Linux system on a chip, so you don't get the fancy web UI, slower Wi-Fi. It takes longer for it to do certain things. But the P1S bed temp is limited to 100C. Don't you love when you get told how to use your things that you paid for? I don't, personally, I don't know about you guys. I love when companies tell me how to use the things I bought. And that's the only way to use them. I love that. Okay, driver voltage. Set the driver voltage to independent as shown. So we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 1, 1, 2. So what's really great is I got no lighting under here. I can't see shit. 1, 2. Big Tree Tech has started to have issues with customs over the duckies. That's why, funnily enough, when you buy an LDO kit and it comes with Big Tree Tech controllers in it, they don't come with the ducky. They don't come with the ducky. It's actually quite funny. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 1, 2. Skip 1, and then 1, 2. Yeah, if you buy a LDO kit and it comes with like an octopus or whatever, it doesn't come with the ducky. They remove the ducky because of customs issues. Because think about it, the rubber ducky is a trademark thing. Like, somebody owns the rights to the rubber ducky. So they're basically unlicensed toys, essentially. Okay, so for this one, we need all 4 in the back row for the first 2. Okay. So all 4 in the back row for the first 2. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then for the next 1, 2, 3, it is back row, second from the left. Okay. So back row, second from the left. The next 3. 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then for the last 2, they are UART mode. UART mode, yeah, they're all UART mode, but these are for the bigger ones. Okay. I don't get the Kraken X or Mora. I do run 2x ramps on a VZ bot. Why do I need a 32 if clipper? Several reasons. It's not so much that it's 32-bit, it's what it also offers you. So the problem is finding an 8-bit board that is also 24 volts. They don't make them anymore. Nobody's really making new 8-bit boards, okay? Also, the reason they're not making 8-bit boards, fun fact, the MCU on an 8-bit board, the Atmega, costs more than the MCU on these boards. An Atmega 8-bit controller costs more than an STM32. So it's actually cheaper to use 32-bit boards now. And also the older boards are older designs. So why would you design a new board with the old processor? It's not so much that you're being handicapped by running like 2 old ramps in terms of speed, okay? Clipper can drive an 8-bit board as fast as a 32-bit board by itself, okay? So you're not missing out on speed. It's all the additional functionality that the new boards have, where, you know, you have like 5 fans that you could set the voltage on those new fans. Ramps, you got like 1 fan, 2 if you want to use your extra heater, and you got 12 volts, that's it. So it's more so the fact that newer boards have a lot new features you may want, and they're 32-bit because it's cheaper to make 32-bit boards now. So. Does the 8-bit board use less power? I have no clue, and I'll be honest, the actual power usage of the MCU is negligible compared to everything else in the printer. Like, I'm pretty sure however much power this STM32 uses, okay, in its entire lifetime is a fraction of what this 800-watt bed does in 1 day of printing. So it's simply for the fact, it's like, why don't we build cars with carburetors anymore? Why don't cars come with carburetors anymore? Well, it's because we have newer stuff that's better. We moved on. And before somebody in chat goes, well, they still make this car and it still has the carburetor, and I like the carburetor in my old Mustang and blah 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 blah. No, I'm talking about modern new brand cars. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so we've got one, we got all those in. We've got UART mode, okay, and now we need to put the fans in. So the front row on the first 3. That is all the way at the bottom. Okay. So, 1. And that should be, I believe, 24 volts, but I can't see because I need to get a new eye test because my eyes are getting bad again. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And then we also have a can jumper. Where's that guy at? That's right by there. Right here. Oh, is this a baby jumper? I think it's a baby jumper. Yeah, it's a baby jumper. Baby jumper. Do you think the Bamboo Lab AMS is worth it? Depends what you want to do with it. Personally, for bamboo. If you're buying a bamboo machine, get the AMS. Simple as that. Buy a P1S, get the combo, comes with the AMS. Simply for the fact that even if you don't do multicolor prints, okay, I've completely stopped using my AMS for multicolor prints a long time ago. It's really good to have for rollover. Simply for the fact that if you're like printing a bunch of stuff and it's like big stuff, like you're doing like cosplay stuff or whatever, and it's like you've got a bunch of partial spools, you can just use up all the spools. CNC Kitchen just did a video on it. The different ways of using up those little leftover filaments. Okay, so we got to put this part together now. So we've got the CB2 with the heatsink and the Wi-Fi antenna. Gotta put the Wi-Fi antenna. Also the fact that like, another reason I use it, load it up with like your 4 most used colors. And then that way you always have like, I have in mind, like I've got black ABS. Okay, I've got a bunch of different ones in it right now. But normally how I would load it up, I would have like a black ABS, a white ABS, a random like PLA, and then like a TPU of some sort. So that way it'd be like, oh, I'm in my room upstairs. Ah, shit, I need to print a bracket or just some random thing. I don't care about what color it is. I've got it loaded, ready to go. So I can just be like, oh, shoot, I need to print a TPU foot. I just send a TPU foot to it and it just prints it in TPU. So like there are reasons to get it outside of multicolor printing. If you want something just for multicolor printing though, it's very wasteful and slow. There are better ways to do multicolor, in my opinion. Okay, so there's a big old heatsink I gotta put on this. Zoom out. There we go. So we got this big chonky boy heatsink. This has a rock chip on it. That goes on there. Sure, I actually got it. Okay. And then we got Wi-Fi. I really hate these connectors. I don't know what these connectors are called, but as somebody who does fly FPV quads, these suck. I hate these connectors. They're like so fragile. Why don't you want to like clip on? Come on. So this is a CB2. No. Yeah. Why don't you want to get on your hole? Normally they snap on a lot easier. Come on. Why don't you want to snap on? Ow. This doesn't want to go on. Why don't you want to go on? UFL connector. That's what it is. Yeah. Apple connectors. Why would I go with Apple connectors? I mean, I've taken my framework apart a few times. Those connectors are nice to work with. There we go. Okay, so we've done that, and now we got to put on the heat sinks on the drivers. There. Oh, these already have the heat sinks installed. Do these have the heat sinks installed? Why do I have 3 of these? I got, no, wait. Yeah, that does make sense, okay. Is there an advantage of 2240s over 2209s? Not really. I'll be honest, not really. You're probably nothing that you're really going to notice. I think 2240s can push a little bit more power, I believe, but let's be honest. They don't, it's not that huge of a difference. Yeah, the Z motors on this kit used these guys. The Z motors use 2209s, and the XY use 2240s. I think 2240s can do higher power. That's why you use them for XY. Because these aren't 5160s, so they're not high volts. Okay, now we install these. Like, I get why they did it, but the fact that it is, like, I get why they did it, but the fact that it's X, Y, Z, 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 X, Y, like, eh. Usually you group them all up. Yeah, well, yeah, that's how you know it. Yeah, John said it exactly. The 2240s are 31 better than the 2209s. Yep, so these already have the heat sinks applied. Bigger heat sinks, they're red. They go, you know how these go faster? You know how you know these go faster? They got red heat sinks. Red goes faster. Are we at 10 o'clock yet? Are we at 10 o'clock yet? Can somebody tell me if we're at 10 o'clock? We're at 10 o'clock. Please tell me we're at 10 o'clock. We are. Sweet. You know what that means? It means use code Canuck and get yourself a waifu with a raifu and buy some gamer subs. While I go get some beer. I was out and about and I'm like, you know what? I'll grab a 6-pack. I haven't had beer in forever. Whatever. Grab some land shark. It was like the only case left too. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll grab a land shark. Whatever. I was out in a boot. I was out in a boot. I went to go meet my Mike, my mate Mike from Kenmore. And oh, how's she doing? How's she going? Okay, so we got that. Now we gotta put the CB2 in. So, dang it, I forgot to clear off the stupid little thingamabobbers. That is delicious. I haven't had a beer in like, I was gonna say Murph. The last time I had a beer was like Murph. It's been a while since I've had beer. Looking for my tweezers. I had them. Had them. Maybe I can grab more. How fast do you think this will go? This will go as fast as the profile is set for. Because I'm lazy, and usually if a printer comes with a profile, that's the profile I use on it, and I rarely change it. I'll be honest. I hate these stupid little solder mask stickers. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. I hate solder mask stickers. Okay. The CB2 goes that way. with that facing out like that. Okay. Beer and heat. Well, it's only 30 degrees in the garage right now, so it's not too bad. Go. That snaps down. I'm assuming I have screws for that. Did they give me screws for the CB2? I don't know. I don't see any in there. Nope. What size screws hold the CB2 down? Because the next thing is wire everything up. I'm assuming it uses itty bitty screws, so we'll go with that. M2.5s, I think. Would M3 work? Did they design it to use M3s? M2.5. Yeah, no. Am I gonna put the files up for open source or for sale? Files for what? Files for what? Files for what? I uses M2.5, yeah. These are probably way too long, I'm betting. Oh, no. There we go. Where'd I put that back? Oh. For the mini bike Ponda, printed Honda mini bike. Ooh, that's a good name, the Ponda. Yeah, I'll be putting the files up. I'll probably just throw them up on where, like, printables or something when I'm done. But it's gonna be a while. And when I put those files up, it's gonna be like, here you go, Darby Dragons. Have fun. Because the problem is, like, I'm designing my bike around the parts I have. So it's like, oh, you want to build your own? Okay. Oh, you're using a different motor? Well, you're gonna have to change all your dimensions because everything's gonna be different. So. Okay. Now plug in everything. Okay. How do I hide this? Can you hide this? Hide that. How do you hide this? I want to hide that. Can I shrink it? Yeah, okay. Mosquito. Print a Honda Minute Bike. Did you not watch today's video on the channel? Did you not watch today's video on the channel? I want to save these, but I don't know what to save these for. I'm going to save these little things, but I don't know what I'm going to use them for. I don't have the garbage there. The garbage is over here. Why do I keep throwing stuff on the floor? It's weird watching you live and not at 2x. Well, I mean, I could talk really fast, so if I talk really fast, then you'll think it's at 2x. So I'll just keep, for the rest of the stream, I'll just talk like this. I can't do that. Where are my methamphetamines at? Okay. So now we plug everything into everything. Fun times. Fun times. Okay. Let's get this organized. So you're gonna come out there. You are gonna, we'll do you first. We'll do you first. So I've got all these that are just kind of floating here. Okay. So first things first, power. Where does the power come in from? Where's the power? Filtered power inlet. Okay. So this is going to be kind of annoying. So I'm not going to have a good camera angle for this, unfortunately. I'll try and do what I can, but we're not going to have a good camera angle for this. Actually, maybe. You know what sucks? Somebody sent me a better camera. The problem is the camera they sent me, it's just another like camera like this, but it's USB-C and I don't have an extra USB-C port. So I need to get a USB-C to like A adapter, which I have one. I just don't know where it's at. Okay. Overhead. Mobile. There we go. Problem is I need to rotate down. No. Okay, so we'll do that. And we'll move me up here. Whee! There we go. Does that work? That works. Okay. I mean, it's wiring up. You should not be using... You should never use a YouTube video to guide you for wiring because you don't know what's changed. You don't know what has changed. Okay, so brown goes to orange. Okay. So brown goes to orange. So brown goes all the way down here, and it goes to... Okay, let's... And it goes into the second from the end. Okay, there's brown. And then yellow goes to the middle, and blue goes to the end. Okay. And then the yellow, are you ready for this, guys? Goes to yellow. Yellow goes to yellow, guys. It doesn't want to grab it though. All the way in. Nope, that's not biting. Why are you not biting? Push it all the way in. Snap. Nope. Why aren't you biting? Nope. That's not good. Let me just strip off a little more. Sometimes you just gotta strip it. Would suck if you were colorblind. Yeah. Yeah, probably would. What? Ah, now they tinned them. Okay. There we go. Okay. Blue. In there. Yeah, I'm gonna cut off the ends and then re-strip them because they tinned them, and I don't like when they tin the wires. I know why they tin the wires, I just don't like it when they tin the wires. You out. There we go. There you go. Those all lock in. There we go. Now they're all locked. Okay. Take care of Gab's lab. Okay, so that's that. And now we got 3 wires that go into there. Please check the heated bed voltage. 110. We're good. So the heated bed, we've got the white. Why do we got 2 wires coming from the heated bed? We got white goes there. Okay, well, I'm going to wire up exactly the way they tell me. So I've got 2 white wires. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter with the bed because there's 2 white wires. Guess that doesn't make too much. Sure, I guess it doesn't matter too much. We got 2 white wires coming off the bed. Okay. So 1 bed wire comes right off the bed and goes right there. And then neutral goes to the SSR. Okay, so that comes down here. Now, here. Come out there. And then you're going to go right there. So I'm going to have to cut you right there. And then strip you right about like that. Twist you up. So I'm assuming blue is hot. Or is it neutral? I don't know. Okay, that's that one. Ooh, extra wire. Okay, so that's that. What else we got off the bed? What else is going in there? Yellow is going in there, so that's ground. So yellow is ground. I do kind of like how they have the way they have this set up is they have the hot and the neutral separated by the ground. I do kind of like that. It's nice to look at. Okay, and then okay, so that's that. So the next one from the bed goes to T1 on the SSR. So, do I have this wired up correctly? T1. I do have that actually installed correctly. Sweet. Okay, so this white wire, the other white wire, comes all the way from the or from the bed to T1. So this one, it's all the way around. Around T1. Going to put you there and strip it. Now we wonder, did they give us spade connectors? They did. I just cut them off because I'm a big brain. I don't think they gave us extra spade connectors. They give us extra spade connectors. Spade connectors. How often do I look for spade connectors, guys? You guys know me and spade connectors, right? We always have spade connectors in stock, right? My channel, you know me and spade connectors, right? We keep them in stock all the freaking time here, right? Right, boys? Spade connectors, right? Get back here. Where's my big crimper for that? Here it is. Well, hopefully we don't have to do that too much. Now I need a screwdriver. Okay. Okay, so this goes T1. Get it in your hole. There we go. Okay, so that is that one. And then we have L1 that goes back to there. So now I need to find L1. Assuming it's... Well, it's a brown wire, and I've got two of them here. I'm late to the stream tonight. I was expecting to come and see this thing melting plastic. Well, I mean, no. Okay, I'm gonna go with the shorter wire. I've got two wires here. I'm gonna go with the shorter one because we're not going too far. Wow. Find something underneath there. There we go. Yep, that's L1. And this goes into there, but I gotta cut the end off, or actually that one's okay. There we go. Always give it a tug too after you put it in, just to make sure everything's tight. There we go. Okay, and the last thing from the bed is the thermistor. That goes off the bed all the way down. That plugs into that guy. So we gotta go on an adventure here. So you go in there. We're gonna come all the way around. All the way around. And then you plug in, oh, you're extra wire too. You plug in right about here. Yep, right there. There we go. So that is everything from the bed. Brent May, thank you for becoming a member. Cheers and appreciate it. Thank you. So we've got, just to make sure, we've got two wires on each one of these. So 1, 2, 2. Yeah, so we're good there. 1, 2, out. Go. So the next one's here. Let's wire this up. So we got a brown wire. So where's that extra brown wire? So this goes from there to live. So brown is white. Durbin, thank you for becoming a member. Cheers and appreciate it. Okay. Okay, that's good there.
I got a feeling I'm gonna have to undo all of these. Might as well get it done.
This is off subject. I did this Canuck model on my Micron Plus scale down to 75% at full speed. I didn't make some adjustments over. So the Canuck model is really funny, okay? So when it came out and I was like, oh, hey, look, it looks like, you know, the Prusa's got much better part cooling. And then it came out that no, it's not the part cooling. The part cooling does play effect. The Prusas do it. You know, the Mark IV-S does have better part cooling than the Mark III or the Mark IV. It does have better part cooling. But also, it's the fact that the Prusa slicer profile is properly tuned with the right settings so that the overhangs come out cleaner. So it's not so much the fact that it's got better part cooling, which it does, but it's also that the slicer profile was optimized. And then I had some people leave comments that were like, well, see, it's not Bamboo's fault. It's their model or it's their slicer or whatever, like other printers that printed crappily. And I'm like, Brett May gifted 5 community memberships. Thank you and appreciate it. I'm of the opinion when you buy a computer, it comes with software. So if you buy a computer and the computer is really good, but the software is crap, the package has issues. So when you buy a brand new off-the-shelf printer and the profiles that come with the printer and the slicer that comes with the printer, you have to judge them as a package, okay? Especially on new stuff. Because how do you, the moment you start adding variables, the moment you start allowing, oh, I spent, you know, 3 weeks tuning the profile and now it prints fine. Okay, well, I'm judging the printer based on your profile, not on what the company provided. And the problem is with review, I'm reviewing what the company provides. So I'm of the opinion, when you judge a printer, you should not be adjusting any settings. You should be going off of what the company gave you, because that's what they say the printer's meant for. Like if I go, here is my printer, and I go, here is my slicer profile for the printer that I'm giving you, I'm gonna judge it as a complete package, because that's what you provided me. You gave me that slicer profile, insert company name here, ergo, that's what you think this printer runs like. So yeah. For going on in the future from now on, like anytime I do any review on any printer, it is just what they send me. I'm not gonna be adjusting any settings because it's not fair. It's like, this is what the company sent me. If the hardware is good and the slicer profiles are shit, FL Sun, then the package is shit or not good. Now, of course you leave a comment, hey, the hardware is good, but as it comes, the slicer profile is not good. Hopefully they fix that in the future, but as of right now, as a package, this is what it prints like. I've seen a few reviews where it's like, oh, you know, the printer prints like crap out of the box, but if you spend like 3 weeks adjusting settings and use this community mod pack and whatnot, oh, it prints fine. I'm like, no, because then, well, if you print this aftermarket cooling duct, it works fine. Oh, if you install Clipper, it works. Like, no. Does Siboor provide a profile for this? I have no clue. I haven't looked that far. What it'll be is, if they don't offer a profile, I'll just run the stock Orca Slicer Trident profile and call it a day. But if they do have a profile, we'll use their profile. Simple as that. Simple as that. At the end of the day, this is a Trident with some goodies. So I would expect it to work as good as a Trident, if not a little bit faster. Hate when these don't lock. Okay. Clip and strip. Hopefully that didn't go in my beer. But a lot of people like Bamboo printers. Their software is pretty well integrated. Yeah, but the funny thing is, are you ready? I've got the deets. I've got the receipts. This is a Bamboo with its stock profile. This is a Prusa with its stock profile. Both PLA, both printed in the same amount of time. One of these is much betterer than the other. This is the Prusa. This is a Bamboo X1C. Again, this is the stock as it comes out of the factory stock profile that Bamboo ships with their machine on their slicer. You get this result. Now they might have, hopefully they've updated it, because guess what? They are using the wrong settings, because Prusa fixed the overhang settings to give you good overhangs. But I guess it's been a while since Bamboo Control-C, Control-V Prusa slicer. So hopefully the next time they do the Control-C and Control-V off of everyone else's work onto their slicer and then put some green paint on it, they copy over the good settings. Yeah, that print doesn't need support. It's not supposed to print with support. You should not be using support on that print. Okay, you go in there, over here, and you are yellow, so you are ground. All the firmware should be flashed on the boards. Was there an SD card? I have no idea. I don't see an SD card anywhere. Maybe this might have eMMC on it, so I have no idea. Okay, and then I'm assuming a blue wire. Yep, blue wire. It appears to have troubles with deadlines and projects. I think going forward, I hope I'm not alone in this. If part of your product utilizes open source features and they are improperly implemented, I'm going to call that out harder than if you just, you know, rolled your own and you have issues. So if like you come out with your printer and your slicer has issues, but you developed it yourself, I won't critique that as hard as if like, oh, we took this other open source slicer called Prusa Slicer and we modified it. If it doesn't work as good as the original open source alternative, I'm gonna call that out. And it's like, dude, you took something that worked and made it shit, made it worse. What are you doing? What was the goal? FL Sun. I really don't like FL Sun Slicer. It's not good. It is not good. It's got a lot of issues. Did Siboor? I don't know. I gotta check. I've sent them a DM asking about their accreditation issues. They have to properly credit some other people too. So I've sent them a DM. I'm waiting on a response. We'll see what we get. So. There we go. I'm hoping they reply, because it's not hard. All I gotta do is update your GitHub. Hey, these are the open source things we used. Here's a link to the GitHub. Like, it literally takes no work to properly credit an open source project, because you don't have to pay them. All you gotta do is, hey, here's some links to some things we used in our project. Boom. The Siboor all-wheel drive CNC Trident kit utilizes the following open source project designs as part of the design of the printer. See links below. Boom, done, easy peasy. All you got to do. It costs you nothing. Nobody cares. Nobody in the open, like nobody like looks at the printer, go, oh, they used open source stuff, I'm not gonna buy it. Nobody cares. Just properly credit them. That's all you got to do. Just properly credit the designers, throw a link to their GitHub, and move on with your life. It's literally not hard at all. Okay, so we've got all that is now that. So we're good there. Okay. So now let's do these guys. So we've got the power coming from the tool head board, which is over here, which is, I'm gonna have to, look at God, I hate this. I hate this. The power coming from the tool head board goes to there, and then the two go to there. Okay. This is gonna be annoying. Okay. So, first off, end stop. I feel like I'm gonna break you. Okay. So this is gonna come all the way over here. You're gonna come all the way over here, and then you're gonna come all the way over here. Where do those green wires go? Those green wires go to there. Okay. They go to there. So you come around here. Move that. Oh, nope. Here. And then you're going to go to there. So that means I can cut you right about there. So cut a little bit extra just to be safe. Cut the wire. Good thing I didn't unsheath all that. Siboor made their own version of the beacon. It's a cartographer. As far as I'm aware, it's a cartographer board. That's what they used for their end stop design. Probe is a cartographer, which is an eddy current probe. Okay, so now I gotta slice this and try not to cut the wires on the inside. So, and also try not to cut the thingies. I really don't like this. Fingers heal, wire doesn't. That's what you think. Okay, right about there. Garbage. That's garbage. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna keep going. So you are gonna go to there and there. So the red wire goes to the first one, and that goes to the second. So you're gonna go there. Okay. And you are gonna go right there. Okay, so we got some extra wire. So I don't think they give you any extra crimps in here, like any I don't think they give you any extra spades or anything like that, which is kind of disappointed. These are stainless steel straight piece staying all run. Yeah, I kind of wish this kit came with some extra spade terminals. They don't, though. So what I'm going to do is just use these for now, I guess. How do they not include extra? Well, because I'm shortening the wires. That's why. Because the design doesn't call for shortening the wire. That's the problem. The design calls for just using the wires as is, but I'm shortening the wires because aesthetics. So if I wasn't shortening the wires, I could just use the connectors that are already on the ends. But ain't nobody got time for that. And we have standards of aesthetics. Does this not alter the kit? Yeah, potato, potato. This doesn't affect functionality at all. It's just cosmetics. There we go. There's that one and that one. So now I got to put on some JSTs because unfortunately, there we go. Okay, so now I got to put JSTs on this. We got our this guy. Okay. There we go. Is a good open source DIY equivalent to something like a DJI Mini. There's a few. I think one of the companies just came out with a Cinewoop. But here's the thing, like, okay, what are you trying to do? Do you want something to record video or something to just fly around with? If you're just flying, if you just want something to fly around with, that's completely different than a DJI. Like my FPV quadcopters are like just meant for FPV bombing around. I probably could put a GoPro on some of them, but they're not really designed for that. But if you want something to record video, you're going to want something like a Cinewoop or something. But they're going to fly differently than the DJI ones, because the DJI ones have the camera on a gimbal. Most of the open source, like ones that you could just build with off-the-shelf parts in a kit, you're looking at like hard-mounted cameras where they're not on gimbals and whatnot. Yeah, you're probably going to look at like a Cinewoop then. What was it? It was green, yellow, right? Green, yellow, right? Green, yellow. Green, yellow. Right? It was green, yellow, right? And where did I put those tweezers again? Okay. That comes across there, and this plugs in. Where is this plugged in? That plugs in right there. Okay, so that's that. So those are those two. So next we have a bunch of power. So let's get these guys out. 3 power cables. Because there's 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this guy that goes to the SSR. Okay. So which one's which? So I've got 3 of these. Okay, I'm a little concerned because one of them has just those on the end. So where does this one go? Well, that goes there. Oh, it goes to that. Okay, so it goes to that. Okay, so this one, A1 goes to there. So let's do that first. Okay, so This goes on the SSR. And the red goes towards the outside on A1 on the positive. Yeah. Go over this side. Aha. Get in your hole. There we go. There we go. And then that plugs into 1, 2. Go in your channel, come down here. Okay, so now we got the third one is red. Okay, so let's separate you a little bit. Okay, these are, I don't like how much that sticks out. Let's fix this. Oop, on camera. Sorry, guys. Oh, wait, really? Yeah, okay. Okay, there's that one. And there's that one. There we go. Looking for a Trident 2.4. If you don't know which Voron to build a Trident. Simple as that. If anyone, from now, like, for those that don't know, if you come to me and you ask which Voron to build, if you don't know which one to build a Trident. Now, if you do some research and you can justify the pros and cons between the two, V2 and Trident, to build which one makes sense for you. But if you come to me and you don't know which one to build, and that's the only data point you're giving me, I'm going to tell you to build a Trident. Okay, so that's that. So that is that one. So the next two are these guys. So this is positive to positive, negative to negative. Okay. Are these the same length? Yeah, these are the same length. Okay, so positive. And then negative. Jeez, we're getting kind of late. So positive, negative. So this is going to go to. So we don't have anything down here. We just have here and here. Okay.
So that's bed power and that's bed out. So we're not using those. So. Normally, you know me, I like my bed as bed, but we're not doing that because that's not what this does. Okay, so that's negative on the top. Okay, don't forget, we're going to be doing the giveaway for the spool of polymaker filament pretty soon. So if you haven't entered yet, make sure you enter right now for your chance to win. Link in the video description. Get in on that. There we go. Okay, we got the second one here. Here. And that goes, get in your hole. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. That is all of those. Tight, 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 tight. Okay, this goes in here. This is the negative, I think. Yep, negative. This is the positive. There we go. There we go. Okay, there's that.
Okay, next, controller fan. That goes to, freaking eyes are bugging out on me. Controller fan goes to the middle one. So controller fan's the middle one, and yeah, controller fan's the middle one. What's the driver fan? I haven't built that yet. But anyways, yeah, I haven't built the driver fan. I got a controller fan though. Controller fan's the middle one. Okay.
So this goes. Shoe right in there. Shoe right in there. Okay, that's not gonna reach. I'll put that there. Okay, so this goes here. Middle. There we go. There we go. That goes like that. There we go. So that's just gonna blow right across.
Okay. So now we have motors. X0, Y1, Y, Z0. Okay, so hopefully, please tell me you gave me a freaking map.
Please tell me you gave me a map. You did not give me a map. Oh, they did. Okay, good. We're good. Okay, cool. I'm like, please tell me they gave me a map where these frickin' motors are. Okay. So I guess we'll start here. Guess we'll start here. Okay. Get another beer. Yep. Okay, so we're just gonna go with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So first one is X0. So X0 is this guy up top. Because the Z ones are blue, yeah. So this is X0. So this goes in here. And this is gonna go into the very first one. And you just go right in there. Okay, so that's X0. And then the next one is Y1. So that is this guy. This is the problem. You got like 4 little spindly wires that don't really want to go anywhere. They just kind of want to bunch up. It's like, no, stay in your slot. Stay in your slot. And just kind of, there you go. It's like, no, get in. It's like, just get in your slot. Get in your slot there. I'll make it work later once we start putting the stupid stuff on. Okay. And then X0 or Z0 goes to the third one. So that's this guy. So these ones go here. So that goes there. Put you right there. I should have so much extra wire. So much extra wire. Oh my god, this is pathetic. Okay. Then Z1. I wonder if it would be better to like have the bunch at the motor. This guy goes here. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Wait, no, this skips one. Shoot. Middle one skips one. This skips one. Okay, you don't need to double it up. I hate when motors do, okay, controller board makers, please. When you have 8 stepper motors on your controller board, when you have 8 flippin' stepper motors, you don't need to double up a Z. You don't need to double up a Z. I know
it's a thing on like the more Spartan controller boards where you have, you know, one of your Z motors is 2 hookups, so you can have 2 Z motors move together. But when you have 8 drivers on your board, you don't need to double your Z up. You don't. You don't. You don't. Stop doing that. It's annoying. Okay, Z2. The amount of times I've like wired something up, it's like, why isn't the motor work? Oh, well, you need to put 2 jumpers in the unused Z port, or like you have it like you got to shift it one over because everything's shifted over. No, just like just 8 drivers, 8 hookups. You don't need to double up the Z. You have 8 drivers. You can have 2 separate Z motors. It's that legacy stuff. We're still, you know, we're still working with legacy component or legacy design aspects. There we go. Okay. X1 goes to that one. And of course, my end stop is tangled up in there. Okay, X1. And then this guy goes here. Okay, and then end stop. Where's the end stop go? Y end stop goes to 1, 2, 3. Unplug you because you got to go underneath all these motors. Okay. So you come in here, you come across here, underneath this one, come across here, underneath this guy, and then you plug into the third one. 1, 2, 3. Yay. And then you go like that. There we go. Wow, I totally didn't capture that on display. Okay, 5-inch display. Yeah, we haven't wired that in yet. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Look at all this cable management I gotta do. But it's in. See, if this was the oldie days of 3D printer building, what we would do is we would just leave it and move on with our life, but we don't do that anymore. The next stream though, we will get it all cleaned up. Okay, let me, apparently this sticks flat down. So let's stick this antenna down. Stick you right there. There we go. Antenna's right there. Okay. Yeah, see what you do now, here's the trick. You ready? You ready? So it's kind of a mess right now. The wires are kind of everywhere. And then what we do is we slide this guy in here and look, all our problems are gone. Look at this, everyone. If I can get it all to line up. There we go. There we go. Problems all gone. Look, all gone. All gone. I think I have this upside down. Oh no, this is the right way. Oh, that's got to go under there. Oh, this has to go underneath all the freaking wire mounts. Okay, that goes like that. And that. How's this go in? Either way. Yeah, I'm not gonna fiddle with it right now. But yeah. See this? This is the make all your troubles go away panel. Simple as that. Don't let Steve see you do that. Steve isn't here right now, is he? Let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. If you have not entered for your chance to win some polymaker filament, you got like 2 minutes. Enter for your chance right now. We're gonna do the giveaway at 11:10. What was that question today? Oh, what is your favorite VTuber? And the answer, what is a valid answer? Does anyone? Asmongold is not a VTuber. This old Tony is not a VTuber. Does anyone actually put a VTuber in? Okay, somebody put Iron Mouse. Okay, we understand Iron Mouse. I know who Iron Mouse is. Pecora. Okay, valid, valid. Nobody put Womp Womp. What the fuck is a VTuber? Virtual tuber. You know the people you see on streams that it's an anime waifu? That's a VTuber. Okay, it's funny. The only reason I have so many VTubers on like my Twitter profile is I swear it's because I'm partnered with GamerSubs. I swear, because okay, speaking of, buy GamerSubs, code Canuck, save 10% off your order. Ever since I partnered with GamerSubs, so many VTubers in my feed. I don't know if it's like a positive feedback loop or what, but yeah. I'll be honest, I don't really watch VTubers. There's a couple I know of, and I may watch them if they're on and I'm bored. But for the most part, I don't. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. If you have not entered, you got 1 minute. Come on, hurry up. We're gonna do the giveaway at 11:10. That's why you have so many VTubers. You want to become one. Hey, if I could sit at my computer upstairs and be a VTuber and just play video games all day, I totally would. But that's not in the cards, I don't think. Is that Hatsune Miku? So the thing with Hatsune Miku is fully digital. There's no actor for Hatsune Miku. The voice is AI. Like Hatsune Miku, as far as I'm aware, is fully like, there's no person who is Hatsune Miku behind the scenes. There's like a few different mocap people, but there's no person that is like, that is that person. They're just through the avatar. So. And for those that don't know, the reason I ask random questions is just to make sure you're actually answering who you say you are. Okay, let's do this giveaway. So don't forget, this is going to be the last, this is going to be the only regular stream this week. Next week, I'm gone. I'm gone Monday to Friday, all next week. I'm going to be traveling to the West Coast, the best coast, as some people like to say, for some business stuff. Visiting some peoples and filming some stuff, hopefully. So there won't be a regular Tuesday and Friday stream. I'm going to still try and stream during the week. I just don't know when or where. I don't have timetables or anything like for that. And then next Saturday stream, it really depends how I'm feeling. It really depends how I'm feeling. Need that LTT lab tour. Well, it's a good thing I'm going to Langley then. Okay, add names, clear, open, names.csv. 319, we got 319 people today. Let's do Frozen. Why? Because it's right there. Bots, play. Okay. So let's see. That's a good luck to Kenneth Davis. Good luck. If you win, you just win. There's nothing special if you win, you just happen to win. But good luck, Kenneth. Some of these are first to the finish, some of them are closest to the middle, but whoever wins, wins. Depends on which Langley, because there's one in Virginia. Well, I'm not going to that Langley. I don't have, well, I do have a black suit, but not that kind of black suit. Remember, exclamation mark, I want to go faster, makes you go faster. Exclamation mark, gullible, makes you go really fast. So. Still rocking the brim, don't bend down the middle like you did one. What? The brim? What? If you're anywhere near Vancouver, BC, you should stop by Grin Technologies. That could help with the mono compo. The problem is, I don't want to. I'm trying to keep it. I don't want to, like, okay. As much as I would love a battery company to reach out and go, hey, we want to give you a battery for this project that I totally will use because, hey, a free battery is a free battery, for example. I took LDO sent me a motor, like, so I didn't have to buy a motor. But I'm trying to not. Nothing annoys me more, and don't get me wrong, I'm okay with it. I understand, okay? It's not like I'm like any YouTuber who does this, I can't stand. But nothing is more annoying than coming across a YouTuber who's doing a project, and you're like, oh, this is super interesting. And then next thing you know, they're doing it, but they're doing it in their like 20,000 square foot shop with like all this super equipment that you don't have. I don't have a welder. I have a CNC machine, but it's not hooked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of sucks when you come across a project on YouTube that's a cool project, but you just don't have the capability to do it. You don't have the equipment. Incendium 87, congratulations. So I'm trying to keep this project as dirt simple as possible. So that, hey, if you, for whatever reason, I don't know why you would want to, but if you want to build one yourself, if you have everything you need to build a Voron and a miter saw, you can build one of these. That's kind of the idea. Wow. A lot of people got punted. A lot of people got punted. It's full. It's full. Door stuck. Door stuck. So anyways, congratulations to Incentium. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends. Oop, I hit a button. Cancel, confirm. Yeah, okay, let me find you. Control F. Incendium. 1 of 1. Like to see it. There we go. Control copy. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. So congratulations, Incendium. It's always good when, like, I mean, it's always good when somebody wins. Somebody wins every stream, but it's always cool to see the regulars, a regular get one. So I know who you are. Actually, I have no idea who you are, but I see your name. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. I will cable manage this when we get back. I was hoping, honestly, I was kind of hoping today we'd get the wiring all done, but the stupid ZY or the XY, that ate up time. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Like the fact that, like, this is how it goes. This is how the wires go. They just kind of, like, they're just kind of, you just kind of hope they don't move. Like, that's just how they go. That's just how they go. I don't know. Hopefully they're okay, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, so we'll carry on when I get back. I might let this sit for a stream or two. There's a few other things I want to do. I got a Prusa MMU3 I want to get up and running. So we might come back from the trip and do like a print and chill stream on like the Saturday, and then Tuesday we'll just do a filler or something, not this, and then we'll come back to this on like next Saturday or something. All those wires. I might end up shortening some of these wires. We'll see. But we're gonna call it there. So again, shout out to Siboor for providing this kit for testing and evaluation, blah blah blah. Usual YouTube disclosure, I'm not being paid, but if you want to get one of these yourself, there is a link in the video description. That one's not an affiliate link. But also huge shout out to Polymaker for the spool filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Most of them are affiliate links. Don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way. So it would go a long way to support the channel if you want to support the channel even more. Buy gamer subs. Code Canuck. You save 10% off your order. And fun fish fact: out of all the companies I work with in terms of partnerships, gamer subs is the best one. Because you guys all buy anime thigh high drink. Seriously, I can see your orders. I know what you people buy. I buy the same stuff. And lastly, for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. So again, I will see you at some point during the week. I'm gonna do a stream on Joel's channel. Make sure you're probably subscribed. You're subscribed to Joel Telling. If you're not subscribed, to go subscribe to the 3D Printing Nerd if you're not. You better be. But I'm going to be hanging out with him, so we're probably going to do a stream on his channel. I want to do one on mine. I don't know. I have no plans. You would think I'm traveling to like visit like several people, including like LMG, and I would have plans. My brother in Christ, I packed my underwear. I got my underwear packed. We're good there. I got my underwear packed. My camera's charging. In terms of plans, YOLO. We's gonna wing it. Yeah. Okay, calling it there. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I shall see you next time. Go watch today's video if you haven't seen it yet. There's a video on the channel. It's gonna be a series. Go watch it. Bye. 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 Wave goodbye. Chat, wave goodbye. Wave goodbye. I'm not leaving until y'all wave goodbye. Everyone in chat right now, all 194 of you need to wave goodbye before I end the stream. I'm waiting. Waiting. I'm waiting. Y'all better wave bye. Y'all better wave bye. I've got a partially full beer here. I've got time. You better all wave bye. Everyone in chat. If you've never chatted in chat, you better wave bye now. Okay, that's enough. Goodbye.